Hey everyone, welcome to Pastor Play. So today we have Zatima Season 2, Episode 1, titled Basic Instinct, currently streaming on BET Plus now. So we open up with Zach and Fatima. They're in the shower, doing it wow. Represent Queen. She was raised out in Brooklyn. No, actually, I don't think she was. But, Fatima is like, Zach, it's a little bit too much. How much sex do you need? Morning, midday, afternoon, and nighttime. Basically, she's like, I'm human. I'm not a robot, and my body needs a break from your vitamin D. It's hard out here for Roxy, which is the name Fatima calls her, for JJ, because Roxy rocks it, and she's kind of questioning, like, does maybe have a sex addiction problem and need somebody to like talk to, or does Fatima get that good, and Zach just can't help himself. He just looks at her and he's like ready to go. The soldier is saluting and is ready to go, and she's just like, I need a break. She's like, you're breaking the walls in, and there you can have too much of a good thing, and it can happen. There can be too much. Apparently, Zach has not had any side effects from all of this, but Fatima's body is like, I need a break, no mas, right? And they end up leaving, getting ready to go to work, and Deja's out in front of the house, battered and bruised from her beat down with Fatima. Got an ambulance in front of the house talking about, Zach, help me. Fatima, like, stay away from that girl, Zach. You need to go. You need to leave. And she ends up driving away, but then drives around the block and makes sure that Zach and his car is gone. And she basically just drives back around and looks at Fatima as she's like driving away. And then we go to Zach. He's back at the office now, trying to avoid talking to Bryce after he tried to kiss him. And they both agree that they should part ways after the two projects, or the two houses that they're working on, are currently, once it gets finished, that they're just going to part ways, and Jack is going to keep doing his own thing, and then Bryce can go back to his main job or whatever. And basically Zach just tells Bryce, you betrayed the trust of our friendship and our business relationship. I thought we were friends and you were helping me because you were a good guy, which he can't, which he could still be technically a good guy. And all this time you wanted to kiss me and wanted sex or a relationship, or whatever you wanted, or whatever you thought you were going to get. You know, I don't know your intentions anymore. I don't trust your intentions anymore. And it's just real suspect now. And it's just, that whole interaction was just awkward. It was just awkward. Bryce was trying to figure out what to say. And Zach is just like, I don't care who you sleep with. I don't care that you gay. We're grown. We're adults. And Bryce is like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to betray you. I don't know what happened. I just got like, he said that he got like lost in the moment. And Zach is like, I said that to plenty of girls. That's not true. You know what you were doing. And I told you plenty of times I was not interested. But Bryce is acting like he just didn't know. He was lost in the moment. He don't even know why he did it. You don't know why you kissed somebody, but okay. And that's kind of the end of that. And then we go and we see Angela and Fatima talking, and Fatima's like, and Angela's like, I'm leaving Bryce alone. I want a straight man. I don't want a man. I don't want a man who wants another man, basically. And she ends up calling her for JJ Garfield because it's a pussy. And based on what they were saying in this episode, I had even checked. I'm like, did Tyler Perry write this? And he did write this episode. I just thought it was interesting. And then we end up going to the barbershop. Zach is getting a haircut. This is after he's left the office, and Nathan, the toxic friend, shows up at the barbershop, And Tyrone the barber tells Nathan basically, you stupid for sleeping with Deja in Zach's hot tub. And she's going around telling everybody about it. You're mad because you're miserable with a woman that everybody told you not to marry. Let Zach be happy with his woman. Don't try to ruin his happiness and the happiness that he's trying to have. And at this, and I said it last season. Like Nathan is a bad friend. Nathan is not a good friend. Just like Jeremiah, Zach's brother. These are not good people. Like, you just don't need them in your life at the end of the day. Whether it's a friend or a family, sometimes you gotta let people go and recognize that they are not good for you. But Nathan is petty, he's childish, he's selfish, because apparently he's a victim because he got beat up by Fatima, by his wife with the bat. And he won't apologize to Zach. But he says that he's owed an apology, but he doesn't owe Zach an apology. You broke into. They basically snuck in the back. I guess they did break in, but they snuck in the back and got in the hot tub. Just yeah, it's just messy. It's really not much you can say about that. I don't care if you're friends or not. That's just messed up. And then the wife comes. Yeah, that was a whole mess. And also, too, while they're all in the barbershop, his brother Jeremiah ends up coming in and tells Zach to go see Mama. She wants to see him. But then Zach is trying to figure out, well, what exactly have you told Mama about my current situation? What does she know? They know he got money. They know he got a nice house. He got a nice car, basically. But he kind of want to specifically knows what Jeremiah has told his mama. And they've in previous episodes they've basically made it clear that his mom is not necessarily, she's not a good mother, she's not the best person. So he basically agrees to go see his mama that day or that later that evening. And the episode ends with Fatima coming home after her after one of the wheels on her car got flat, and she didn't end up calling Zach, even though Angela told her to. Basically, like, you have a man that can help you. Just call him. He can come and change the tire. And Fatima ends up saying no, but the contractor who works in the building, who's doing construction, says he knows a guy who can come and put a new tire on Fatima's car. And basically, Fatima and Angela, they leave. And so when Fatima gets back home, she tells Zach that she's kind of found that she's come up with a solution for him wanting to have all this sex, and that she tells him to get a side chick, that it's okay, you can get a side chick. And the episode ends there. So overall, I like this episode. I feel like the writing was a little bit better, the way certain things that were said. That's why I was like, did Tyler Perry write this episode? I looked it up and he did write this episode. But I thought the writing was a little bit better, at least to me, this episode. I think it sets up a good season. Now, if you're watching Sisters 2, they're still telling Zach and Fatima's story on Sisters, as well as the spinoff. So there's multiple kind of storylines that are going. There's things that they're showing on Sisters that we may not see in Zatima, and vice versa. So that's kind of cool. But if you want to know the other stuff that's going on, you would still have to keep track of what's going on Sisters too. I'm assuming it all kind of catch up one way or another. The things will be mentioned at this point, but um, either way, I still like the first episode. No complaints. I think we'll finally get to meet the mother. We'll see what more information we find out. What's going on with Fatima and Zach as far as and 1.5 sex. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So apparently every day, 4 to 6 times a day. But and I mean, you can't overdo it. They call it what they call it, like burn, where you end up having so much. So I mean, you can overdo anything, even if it is great, right? Too much bottom of the day. And so we'll see where that goes. The whole thing with Bryce, maybe they can figure it out. I guess if Bryce can get himself together and control himself. But these two are magnets for Fatima and Zach. I said it last season too. They're like, they attract so many damn people. It's hard to keep up. You deal with one problem, then you got another problem. And so it'll be interesting to see where this season goes. But that's really my review. I mean, I kind of gave my said stuff as I kind of went over the episode. But other than that, if you like this review, hit the like button. If you have any comments, comment below. Did I miss anything? What did you see in this episode? Let me know. Other than that, I'll see you next time. Please subscribe and check out some of my other videos. Bye.